What is a better America in your opinion?
A better America, in my opinion, Tamika, would be unity. Just short and very simple answer. We need to come together and be more united, um, regardless of our ethical morals and our ethnicities and religious backgrounds. We should unite with one another and understand that this is one of the reasons why we all have our own individual look and thoughts, characters, charisma. So that's what I think.
Do you think teen pregnancy is a problem?
Yes, only because a lot of parents are afraid to discuss these issues with their children. So, from the time they're about 10 years old, they need to be educated on sex, just especially the way our country is geared nowadays. Sex has become part of our everyday life, and children need to be aware of these things. You don't wait till they're 10 to potty train them, so you shouldn't wait till they're 10. I mean, you shouldn't wait till they're grown almost to teach them about their own human anatomy and their sexual preference and what goes on in the outside world. So yes, teen pregnancy is an issue because a lot of young people in this today's society are unaware of the issues and the struggles that come along with sex and having children.
Is education a key factor for a better America?
Um, yes and no. I say yes because children need to be educated on the basic things, like telling time, how many minutes or an hour, and so forth. But at the same time, convenience has made our country what it is today, and because of convenience, people can't even go out and plant a simple tomato plant. I mean, our survival techniques have been lost. So if we had mass destruction or a mass disaster and we had to live without lights and being able to go to the grocery store, we wouldn't be able to survive because we're unaware of our natural instincts that will keep us alive.
Do you think religion can play a major role in bringing about change for a better America?
Yes and no, because some people take religion and they can really kind of abide by some of the concepts and the morals that stand behind religion, but on the same token, some people take religion and run with it for their own manipulative um, resources. They just want to manipulate people, so they find that religion is one way to get to people, so that's what they use, and I think it's very deceitful. But so religion can play a role, but I think that if more parents were allowed to discipline their children without them being able to call the police on them now and go to jail for child abuse, then we would have way less problems, because when my dad was growing up and my dad's dad and his parents were growing up, they got their you know what beat for getting out of line. So, yes. So religion does play a part in um, today's America on a good note and a bad note.
Who has the power to make change?
We as the people, we do. We have the power to make change. We feel that the government is in control of our lives, but at the same time, if we had unity and people knew how to stick together and communities came together, we would have the power. But since we're unable to do that, um, I feel that the government creates um, um, challenges in our community, because you have the government saying, oh, we're going to deport Mexicans, we're going to do this. That gets into people's minds, and they run with that. And then they become very offensive towards that nationality, and it's wrong.
What is your perspective on immigration?
my perspective on immigration. I feel that as long if the U.S. would enforce a stricter policy, I think that it would be okay. But because of immigration, it has made it hard for the people that were actually born here and who are U.S. citizens to receive the assistance that they need. We have to provide all this verification beyond just our birth certificate or our social security card, only because immigration has become overwhelming for this country, and it's so many people, it's so much identity theft now that things have been taken to another level. You can't walk into a place anymore with your identification card and get help. You have to bring a ton of documentation proving and verifying who you are, and I think immigration has played a major role in that. I'm not so opposed to it, but at the same time I'm opposed to the fact that it's made it hard for us in our community, for the ones who actually born and raised here. Okay. Turn the camera off, Mika.
Okay.
Hi, Mika's class.
That won't be on.